Chapter 7. The Mindsets of Corrupt Individuals. I am not an expert in the business of mind reading, but there are common sense observations of how the minds of people work. Let me ask these questions. Why are we the ways we are as individuals? What made us who we are? Why do we think the way we do? Why is it so difficult to see the evil within us? To me, there must be something inherently wrong with our dispensation, our anthropogenesis. There must be something amiss during our creation and evolution. I understand our Creator can't make mistakes, but what else is it? Corruption is getting worse each passing day. The menace of corruption in my country of hope can be compared to the price of goods and services that never go down but up. Call it corruption of inflation. Or, put another way, corruption is getting better and more romantic in the hands of corrupt participants and the observers of it. To make matters worse, many admit their involvements in corruption, but rationalize they shouldn't be blamed for it. After all, they have no choice, and are powerless to do anything about it, considering the environment and temptations they found themselves. Many times, even the corrupt poor convince themselves that they have clean hands in corruption, and the rich are corrupt because they have the power and means to be corrupt and can get away with it. Do we really know what we are any longer? Do we have the ability to see our evil souls? Do we care or give a damn about anything anymore? Many times, as I have indicated earlier, corrupt practitioners lied about their mental sickness related to corruption. What else could it be if their state of mind are not mental? For instance, many will say, I tried to do the right things, but how long would I have to wait in line in order to receive necessary and urgent medical treatment when those with the means to bribe medical officials had already come and gone? Or, how long would it take to receive my official school results, transcripts, without paying somebody to accelerate the paperwork? How could I have a good grade without the pressure from professors for sex in exchange for grades, even when I earned the grades with my tireless efforts to obtain quality education? I am inclined to agree with the reasons they succumbed to corruptions because they have no alternatives to resolve their problems. If they tried to seek redress, they will be chastised, ridiculed, suspended or fired, or make their lives a living hell. The children of the rich do not have to succumb to the wishes of the professors, bosses, or officials demanding sex, unless these children are just loose, wayward, and want sex at all costs in order to satisfy their sexual appetite. Why can't teachers concentrate on these group of students, plenty of them around, and leave alone the unwilling and the helpless? Some will argue that if they complain about their corruption experiences, no one will listen. And those that listen, in turn, want remuneration of one form or another before they can do anything about anything, if they will ever do anything about anything. Some will say, why would I jeopardize my educational career and future and go home empty-handed and tell my parents, Mom and Dad, I left school because I refused to have sex with my professor? I could just imagine the scolding questions from such parents, since they do not know what to do about such matters. Even if they want to do something, they are powerless to do anything. Some will say, I want to participate in youth development programs, but how can I get ahead without bribing the officials just to obtain the application form? Some will argue, I really wanted to obey the traffic laws, but how can I get to my destination without bribing the traffic officers and risking turning a 4-hour journey into a 9-hour journey? To corrupt officials, time has no economic values. Their time is everybody's time. According to them, you just have to get to your destinations whenever you get there. They will simply say, just park and wait until we search your vehicle, without a search warrant or any justifications to such illegal searches. We have countless acclaimed economists, econometrists, and philosophers in our nation who do not include in their calculus the financial consequences or costs of time wasted, risks endured, and the equivalent value of mental stress from and by corruption. Instead, they concentrate on writings on Adam Smith and the history of Plato and Aristotle. Some of us will overlook the corruption practiced by family members or tribesmen, but condemn the corruption by other tribes and other family members. Do we sincerely think we can solve corruption with the ways we think or see things today? How can we expect good results when our analysis, beliefs, and solutions are chronically flawed? Questions. Are those who covered up sexual demand or harassment less corrupt than the individual who actually committed the sexual abuse that was harassment? Is ignorance, laziness, and nonchalant attitude forms of corruption? Is "come and bow to our leader" a form of corruption? Some assume that corruption is our way of life. Some will even convince us and say, we are too few in number to do anything about corruption, forgetting they are in a position to do something about it, no matter how little. Some will further say, we have no power to make any dent on corruption. At the same time, they find faults in our notable leaders we worship or serve. We find it difficult to put little efforts to right the wrong of corruption in all of us. Are we ready to bell the cat among us? If you are so bold, do me a favor. Go and tell your uncle he's corrupt and kiss your occasional handouts goodbye. Go and tell your boss he or she is corrupt and kiss your daily bread sayonara. And we want to eradicate corruptions. Just the other day, I saw an individual on television who was close to the seat of power, almost in tears, narrating in church how the individual can't do anything about corruption. Is this individual really for real? I assume the individual's confession will cleanse the individual's soul. This is what an old friend told me. I was on a flight some months ago. After the flight took off for an hour or so, a fountain pen was found in the aisle. A good Samaritan passenger picked up the pen and gave it to the air hostess as lost and found. Maybe another 30 minutes into the flight, immigration forms were distributed to passengers for personal information for point of entry declaration. The passenger that found the lost pen beckoned to the same air hostess who was given the lost pen and said, "Excuse me, beautiful lady, I do not have a pen with me. Could you please give me the pen I gave to you earlier so that I can complete my form?" The air hostess's quick response was, "Sir, we had already sent the pen back to our home office at the airport." Without rehearsal, everyone privileged to the origin of the lost pen said, "What? You sent the pen to the home office on the ground after we have been cruising at 35,000 feet for nearly 10 hours?" Everyone looked at each other, hissed and smiled. One then said, "My people and corruption." Then the discussion continued about how corrupt the air hostess and everyone associated with the airline were corrupt. Many lamented that corruption will never stop. After all, here is a fresh example to prove their point. However, minutes later into the heated debate about corruption and who to blame, one of the holy men, still a cabinet member of Pontius Pilate, condemning corrupt practices of the airline industry said, "By the way, I have to bribe someone to get my boarding pass in order to get into this plane." Everybody laughed without a second thought that the exemplary member of their unofficial honest club had just aided and abetted corruption for personal gains. No clean hands among thieves, ladies and gentlemen. Question: who is more corrupt, the individual that demanded bribe or the individual that gave the bribe? Support your reasons. Was the air hostess's corruption abnormal or normal? Many complained in public, but embraced corruption in private, at their clubhouses, meeting places, and in bars or at girlfriend's house with smiles on their faces saying, "Corruption is a way of life," saying, "Many of the complainers are coming for their handouts sooner than later. Give them positions in government, award them contracts, and see how loyal and committed to corruption they will be. They won't complain then." At the club, our movers and shakers, the corrupt practitioners your customer will say, "Bartender, bring us more beer and our favorite liquor to jubilate Ms. Joy's birthday, who's visiting us from Italy." He will further tell the bartender, "Go and ask what the beautiful lady at the corner of the room would like to drink." He will then tell the bartender to serve himself one bottle of foreign beer as well. The bartender will then inform the generous regular customer, "Mr. Chief, sir, the lady said she's with her husband." The man of the hour will respond, "Do what I asked you to do. I do not care about her nonsense husband. Or do you want me to take back the beer I offered you?" "Tell her, I want her to join us at our table." The bartender obeyed. He must obey. Power and money do corrupt. True story, my friends. To date, those that purported to be doing something about corruption epidemic have not achieved their aims. Sometimes one has to wonder if the results of their actions are for lack of knowledge on the subject, or they refuse to see the specks in their eyes, or they are conditioned to talk about problems without adequate and relevant means to find solutions. Maybe they had lied to themselves so much, for so long, they do not know the truth when they discuss or see it. Maybe they had figured out that the citizens of Hope can't make head or tail about their corruption. They know many of the citizens are easily manipulated and can be convinced that what's going on is not what is really going on. It's Amazon how many human minds had been twisted or brainwashed. Or what the citizens see or hear is not what they think they see or hear, like a magic act. Abracadabra. Above all, many citizens are for sale, to look the other way or just keep their mouth shut, for their own good and safety. Many nonchalant citizens are corrupt themselves or expected to be corrupted. They must fall in line and obey the corrupt masters because they will need all the corrupt support they can get from corrupt practitioners when their time comes, or when they will need.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, please like this video, leave a comment, and definitely subscribe. Want to know what happens next? Be sure to follow to catch the very next chapter.